her school is locked down. But who's to say some stupid kid, or I'm not even gonna say stupid,
Yes.
some kid will get in there and is mad at everybody, mad at the world, and
Mm-hmm.
wants to take it out on everybody before he or she takes themselves out. It's
Yeah.
just getting me, brother. It's just bothering me, man.
And here we go. You're listening to the Kings Can Move On podcast with your hosts, Jason Stewart and Frank Rain.
What up, world? This is the Kings Can Move On podcast. You have your co-host Frank the Tank, aka Big Reno in the house. What's happening?
What's up? It's KCMO in the house. What's up, your boy Jay, the other member of this fine collective of co-hosts.
Yeah, yeah.
What's going on, my dude? How you doing tonight?
Oh man, it's kind of somber tonight, man. Man, it's just dealing with the recent going ons about the world, or actually just our nation, because it seems like our nation is the worst off. Shit, it seems like we worse off than Mexico with Mexican cartels.
Yeah, we are. Hey, you know what? Before we do that, let me jump. I had something on my mind I wanted to say.
Hmm.
So, you know, a week or two ago, we did episode with Sandra
Hmm.
that was titled "The Intervention," that you that you put as the ambush.
Uh-huh.
And what I wanted to say, my dude, is I came at that out of love with an effort to dig in and help you out. But when I wanted how I came about it may have been wrong, so I want to apologize to you because I didn't want to ambush you. And if it came off that way, I want to apologize sincerely, um, because it may have been the right intent, but it may not have been the right method.
Hmm.
So
Well, it was about time um, that you apologized, and no, brother, I appreciate that, man. And you know what? When after we aired that, and or after we recorded that and shot that, I thought about that for the day after, and it bothered me as far as not being prepared for it. But what y'all were saying was 100% on point. And I haven't even talked. I haven't talked to anybody really about this, but a couple days after that, my son was in town with his mom, and he and I had her and I had a conversation. We actually talked,
really,
and yeah, yeah, we and it was good because I was able to let go of some things, let
okay,
go of some things, and it. We didn't even talk about that. All I did was I pulled her to the side. We he was at the park. He was at the lake, and me and Junior, my cousin Junior, went over there. My cousin Anthony went over there. We were talking to Malcolm, and she came up on us and hugged all of us, and we was talking and joking about Malcolm, joking about us and all this stuff. But
yeah,
when she was about to go, I said, "Hey, let me talk to you for a minute," and I let her know that I have a podcast, and some things on there. I do talk about a lot of shit, and some things on there are going to be about me and you, but it's some things. But she laughed about it. She's like, "What the fuck you doing? What the fuck you talking about, Reno?" And so I'm like, I'm telling my feelings. I'm letting my stuff go. She's like, "Is that
I'm
your
telling my
therapy?"
truth.
Yeah. She's like, "Is that your therapy?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's my therapy." She's like, "All right, well, good, good." And, we just joked about it, man, and we had a it allowed me to release some things and not come to her with anger, and it made me just reflect more on my life and the things that I'm trying to constantly improve upon. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, and not saying that it's easy for me, because when you're 48 and been a certain way for a long time, It takes also it takes it's not going to change overnight. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and I don't want to come off as I'm fixed, like a neutered dog,
like
or
you've been super glued together.
yeah, yeah, I was shattered, but now I'm all together. No, it's a constant evolution. But
Yeah.
If you're enjoying this podcast, don't forget to subscribe and like us on YouTube and rate and follow us on your favorite podcast platform.
I think I've at least I think come to a point where I'm not expecting anything from another person, right?
Right, right.
I'm not doing something with expectation of a response or a certain reciprocation. I'm just
Hmm.
doing it because I want to do it. You know, if I
Yeah.
wanna if I wanna call you and talk to you, or if I want to say this, I want to do that. I'm just gonna do it, whether or not you reciprocate or not. You may, that's great. You may not. Keep it moving. So I think if we get to a point where we're not expecting things from someone else
Hmm.
because you can't make them, you
Hmm.
can't control them. I think we'd be a lot better if we just focus on ourself, what
Hmm.
we can deal with and control, and just move that way. So
And dog, it was it some part of my reflection was I had to really just check myself. Be like, oh yeah, she did wrong, but you was if we tallied up all the wrongness that we did, I may be hurt, but if I told you all everything, oh man, it would be crazy. So, and I can't sit up here and say, oh, you did me wrong, so let me do you wrong, or let me just
yeah,
harp on what you did to me, and not me think about all the shit that I put her through, because I'm serious. I put her through a lot.
yeah,
And I think we put each other through a lot, but
yeah,
just looking on the things that I did, it wasn't cool. It wasn't cool.
right.
I actually fell in love with somebody during my marriage.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was cool, crazy.
Yeah, and we're human and we hurt. And
Yeah, yeah,
you think as much as you've been harboring and hurting, mm, quite possibly she's been harboring and hurting shit too. But
absolutely. So I tell you, if you ever see this podcast, I will say it publicly and to the world to where it's not gonna get deleted. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the things that I've done to you in the past. So
that's what's up, my dude.
yeah,
And that's really all I want for you. I mean,
yeah,
like I said, I came at it the way I maybe shouldn't have, but I really want you to move on. That's it. That's it.
yeah, yeah.
All right, man. So you want to get into this issue we have in America about gun violence, and I know it's near and dear to your heart. Being that you lost a child to gun violence. Uh, so I know this is heavy on you. So I'm gonna let you have the floor.
Brother. And I'll say this, man. It's just really eating me inside because I think about my son a lot every day, probably every hour. I think about my kids a lot, just what they have to endure. Malcolm texted me just a couple hours ago, said that he was going to Oklahoma to do a show. I'm concerned over that, and I shouldn't be concerned over him going to perform and do his art. But I'm concerned over it because he's 23. He's going to a club with a whole bunch of 20-something year olds, and not saying that gun violence is just limited to them, but
Yeah.
I just know how we were when I was in that or at that age, and it wasn't cool.
Mm,
Um, and now with Farron, man, I don't even want to let her go to school for the last day tomorrow.
yeah.
That's how.
Yeah.
And they have a lockdown. Her school is locked down. But who's to say some stupid kid, or I'm not even gonna say stupid.
Yeah.
Some kid will get in there and is mad at everybody, mad at the world, and
Mm,
wants to take it out on everybody before he or she takes themselves out. It's
yeah.
just getting me, brother. It's just bothering me, man.
No, I had the same concerns. Today was Aston's last day.
Mhm.
And I called her last night and talked to her, and I asked her about security at school and this and that. And she said they got cops, and
Hmm.
Door's always locked, and they got cameras on the door where you got to buzz the cameras to the
Yeah.
office to get in, all that kind of stuff. So you just can't walk in, which is all good. It's great. But like you said, you can still be a student,
Yeah.
But even today, she said they were planning to have a water gun fight. The last day the kids want to have a, blah blah blah. But even with
Hmm.
that, the faculty, the cops, they were like, no backpacks, no nothing. You can't bring anything to school this week.
Yeah.
Just come with yourself, go to
Yeah.
school, be bored, then go home. It's
And a
no
kid, they can't even be a kid anymore, man.
right, right. 'Cause that's just fun. They want to just have some fun the last day,
Yeah.
and they can't do that because you got to be concerned about somebody going overboard or something, you know,
Yeah.
illegal or
Right.
crazy. So
And I don't even know how this dude got into school. They said, from what I'm hearing different reports, but because I haven't watched it myself, but I heard that he got into a side door. I heard that he was shooting kids in recess. I don't even know.
I don't either. I keep hearing more details. All I
Mm,
know is he shot his grandmother at home
yeah.
and then left to go to school. And then apparently he shot the guard or whatever that was there on site on campus.
Hmm. Hmm.
They say he got out of the car, with his AR, and was
Busting.
like, yeah. So, security guard, whatever on site, he got popped. So man, I guess he may have got in with. I don't know how he got in,
Hmm.
but uh, yeah, but he got in and did despicable acts. You know.
Yeah, he did, man. And I was looking. It made me even think when I go to the grocery store, when I'm walking around after at lunch, when I'm just taking a walk around our buildings,
Mm-hmm.
um, I have my headphones in, man. I'm in my own little zone. I'm listening. I'm just bobbing my head. I'm either listening to some nice music that I love or a good podcast or something. So I'm just listening. I'm just in my zone. I ain't even thinking about anyone else. But now, I mean, the last 2 days, went to the grocery store, um, and went to eat for lunch. Dude, I didn't even turn. I didn't even have my headphones in because I don't. I, it's like I'm on alert now,
Yeah.
and I shouldn't. No one should ever feel like that. No one ever should have to feel like they. You remember? Do you remember back in the 90s or 80s, 90s, something, the 90s, I would say, when they said, when they would say, if a white woman and a black man got on the elevator
Mm-hmm.
together or walking across the, she grabs her purse.
Yeah.
You know what? And that's I feel like we are in that mode right now. I'm looking at somebody, I'm like, shit, let me see what they doing. And I'm looking at thinking of buying myself a gun to protect my family and myself. Like, because somebody gonna come in here busting, they gonna get it. And I hate feeling that way, man.
And and that's the debate in America. You know, uh, pro-gun rights will tell you, it's my right to have a gun to protect myself. I should have that on me. Down here in Texas, I think maybe in Missouri too, you can carry without a license. We did have a license you had to have a concealed or carry. They got rid of that law, so now anybody can just walk around with a pistol. You
Hmm.
know, um, without a license, it doesn't matter. So there's a difference between. So I have a pistol. I keep it at home. I could carry it, but I don't. Um, my main focus is to keep my home safe.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't. I really don't think about carrying it with me. Because I don't want to shoot nobody. I really don't.
Right, right,
you
right.
know, if my life is threatened, then I have to. But I don't want to go around with the urge like, hey, I got it with me. Don't.
Yeah.
I think some people do get that sense of courage where I got my pistol, so don't
Hmm.
try me, whatever. I can,
Hmm.
you hear about road ragers and people going down the street and they pointing guns
Oh
out the
yeah.
windows and driving people. So it's a difference between the right to have your pistol, your gun, or whatever, and protect yourself, and then the other right to just go around. brandishing weapons being a threat.
Being like acting like you Billy Badass,
Yeah, to other people that
that's
you
not.
like. I got mine. So what you gonna do?
Yeah,
What? Do what? I mean,
we're not in a duel. We're not in a duel. Not gonna take back, go back to back, take 20 steps and then
ten
turn around.
spaces. Right, and then draw.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm
Like,
not trying to do that. And I don't even. I don't necessarily think that. Let me say that a different way. Switzerland has either 6 million or 8 million people, and
mm,
2 million of those people are gun owners. So in a very small capacity, they have a very large population that are gun owners. But do you know that their murder rate is 0.02%?
yeah,
That's crazy. So so how are they doing it? How are other countries doing it? Is where I want to say, and then I think it's all about education on the gun and education and training on
hmm
what it's for, how it's used, and things of that nature. But the other thing is, man, we have to show there has to be a way that this can be stopped at home with more with love, with more understanding, with more with talking to our kids, our sisters, brothers, mothers, fathers, uncles, aunts, cousins, whatever, and just talk to them in a love instead of I don't know, man. I don't know. I think something's wrong with that. Something was wrong with that young man who
yeah,
decided to take his grandmother's life and then
clearly,
go and see somebody else.
clearly, and to go and kill children. So clearly,
Yeah.
um, clearly there's something wrong. Um, yeah, I don't know the solution. And regarding laws, I'm really unclear because I thought like certain establishments could keep you from bringing your gun inside. I
Mhm.
thought if there was a bar, you could bring a gun in. You know, but I was in Utah recently on that golf trip,
Mhm.
and we was in a restaurant in the bar area, and this dude came in with his pistol on his hip
Mhm.
in the bar area.
Mhm.
I mean, clearly sticking out of his ball waistband. I was like, we sitting there like, we got Jesse James over here at the bar.
Well,
Like, I thought you could bring a gun to the bar.
I think it depends on that because that's a private owner. So it depends on that owner. If they say it's okay, I would assume.
Somebody in the bar told us that they get around it by if your business does more business in food service over alcohol, you can do it. If you did more alcohol than food, that he couldn't bring it in. But it was I don't know, it's a loophole or something. But
Hmm. Hmm.
it was a trip. I'm like, okay, that's how we do it.
Yeah, I've seen that before. I've seen that
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
So
And it's like you in a bar, people drinking, people get out of hand. So what? We gonna have a shootout? I
yeah,
mean, I
yeah.
mean, I don't want to be in there.
Right,
But
right.
but yeah. But I don't know the details of this young man, how he got those weapons, because he was 18, clearly unstable, and he had I think an AR. I think he had a pistol. You know, these are highly, highly deadly weapons
Hmm. Hmm.
that he has ownership of.
So with that though, and that's where I guess I would, as much as I hate to admit it, I would rely on some type of government intervention on somebody buying an AR-15 for what? What 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 do I need an AR-15? What do you need? Unless there's going to be a zombie apocalypse to where we're going to have some lead bullets or a vampire invasion to where I'm going to need it to shoot multiple people. This is not, what is that? I don't know what that game is, Dead or Dead or whatever that shit they playing
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, I don't know.
But we don't need that. We don't need that. I can understand a pistol, but if the NRA wants to tell us that it's okay for people to have an AR-15, why? I
Mm,
just want to understand why.
I know. What are you defending yourself? I wonder. Like I know people, I work with people
Hmm.
that are gun enthusiasts,
Hmm.
and they have like just a house full of guns. I mean, just they just buy and buy and buy. I'm like, um, so if somebody comes in your house, you just need about one or two of those, don't you? I mean,
Some hot ones, that one or two on the hot ones in them.
yeah.
I don't need a clip with 30 in it. 30.
I'm like, what are you preparing for? Is my
Yeah.
question. You preparing for a war? You
Hmm.
preparing for, you know, a SWAT invasion? Or are you prepared
Right.
for, I mean, I don't know what you're preparing for. Why do
Right.
you need so much of an arsenal? But they'll tell you it's my right to do it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
If you're enjoying this podcast, don't forget to subscribe and like us on YouTube and rate and follow us on your favorite podcast platform.
That logic can't be explained to me. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't see. I can ask why, but the logic that that person has, just I just don't get.
yeah. No, I don't either. So, you had a suggestion of the Kings doing a
Yeah.
panel podcast. You want to do a live stream podcast. We want to get on a number of individuals,
Hmm.
probably male and female, probably some different races, and just have a discussion and dialogue about gun violence, guns in America, and what, if anything, we can do about it.
Yeah.
So we're
Absolutely,
gonna
man.
we're gonna work on that. We're gonna reach out to some people. So look out for that soon. We're gonna have a live stream panel so we can actually take comments and questions as well,
Yeah.
and post that and just have an open dialogue. 'Cause like you said, America is the only country that really has this level of problems with gun violence.
Hmm.
You look across the
Hmm.
stats, you know, we lead the world in gun fatalities.
And don't even lead the world in population. That's the crazy thing.
I think I saw something where we have more guns than people.
Probably. Probably. I think it's like 400 million people in here. It's probably 400 billion guns out in this
Yeah.
country. You
Yeah.
know?
So it's just we are, yeah, and we're a gun loving country. Um, we have we have the lobbyists with the NRA who are in the politicians' pockets, so they won't pass legislation,
Hmm.
because they don't want to lose that support.
Hmm.
So it's, what do you value? You value your money or you value your people's lives?
Yeah. Just something better has to be done. And of course it starts at home with us. But also it takes a village, and this village is the nation. So it's gonna take a nationwide effort,
Mm-hmm.
because there are, I don't care what the media shows you, I don't care what the news shows you, there are more people out here to love than there are out here to hate. And
Oh
just
yeah,
because we can disagree on things, um, doesn't mean that we have to hate each other, and doesn't mean we have to come at each other. We can agree to disagree. I may not like what you're doing, or what you whatever, the job that you have. That's you, man. I don't have to sit up here and watch you. I don't have to sit up here and just fester on that. So keep that
yeah,
hate in my heart. That's crazy.
yeah, yeah. There should be a way to peacefully resolve conflict,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, I think we've gotten to a point in society where it's just no, everything is so reactionary, and people react in such ways now that there's no middle ground or peaceful way to do things, and we've lost that ability to just coexist, a lot of times. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's sad.
It is. It
Yeah,
is.
you
But
know.
we're gonna work on it. And that's why we started this podcast so we can help people move on and become better people.
Yeah.
Men and women,
No,
women,
and to do that, you need to talk about stuff. You need
yeah,
dialogue. You need to
yeah.
hear voices and hopefully come up with solutions. You
Hmm.
know, and so that's what we're gonna do,
Yep.
and we're gonna do it real soon.
Right.
Probably within the next couple of weeks, we're gonna get some people together
Right.
and get that ready to go. So be on the lookout for that coming soon.
Yes,
First,
absolutely.
First Kings Move On live stream.
Yeah. And sorry, y'all, that this is such a somber day. I don't like being this way. I want to be happy. I always like to smile and joke and play around, and while even when we're talking about some serious issues, but I still like to smile because this is my therapy. Makes me feel good. But this situation that we are dealing with right now in the country um, is really getting to me. So I
Yeah.
want to see some change. I'm like Michael Jackson, looking at the man in the mirror. Come on, shit, let's make this change.
Here we
I feel
go.
like going down the street blasting it for the next 3 months. Something.
What is your favorite song of his? If I
That's
remember.
Man in the Mirror is my
One of your
favorite one.
favorites,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's the song, boys. And I tell you what, the when I liked it the most, or that's when it became my favorite when he did the concert, and it was in Budapest or somewhere. They would just Michael, and just falling out, and that moment was just make that I change. Oh, boy. I was like, that is the man right there. Can't nobody mess with that. Unless it's Prince. Prince and Michael Jackson, dog.
I I understand the power of the song. I never liked it though. I never
Oh,
liked Heal the World either. That one that he had. I was like,
oh man, that's another one.
see, you like that feel good stuff he was doing. I was like,
Yeah.
man, sing Dirty Diana. Sing
Oh,
sing, sing Remember the Time. Do something, Mike.
yeah.
Make me
See,
dance.
heal the world. You changed the channel, huh?
You know where you're like, oh, man in the
Yeah,
mirror. Oh,
yeah, yeah.
that's not
Sing it, Mike. Sing
positive.
it, Mike. Big Mike.
Yeah, I'm the one guy like this. Everybody's I'm like,
but when Billie Jean come on, you
hey,
toot, 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 toot,
yeah,
toot.
dun, dun.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, man, it was a like I said, a somber episode, but it was we had to talk about it. You know,
yeah.
it's real. It's going on.
Mhm.
Can't ignore it. Uh, we'll get back to some other stuff. We'll get back to the
Yeah.
shenanigans and talking about dating and talking about. Matter of fact, coming soon too. We're gonna have a panel discussion as well for
Oh yeah.
Battle of the Sexes.
Yes, yes, that's gonna be a fun one. Can't wait for us to do that. We had the pleasure of being on the podcast last week. And
Shout out to Inspire Her, Total Women.
yes,
Yeah.
inspire her. And we're gonna have them back on. We're gonna have them on ours, and we're
Hmm.
gonna do it kind of similar to how
Yeah.
they do
We're
theirs.
gonna
So
have them on for a separate episode, and then
mhm.
we're gonna also have them included in that panel that we're gonna have. And
Yeah.
probably similar style, maybe 3 to 4 women and men, and
Mhm.
just have questions and have them. Let's have at it. Let's talk about
Absolutely.
it, man. What's going
Ab-
on? What's the deal?
Absolutely. We gotta get them Angel and Dominique on.
Dominique. Yeah,
So
we're on other podcasts recently too. Uh,
yeah.
so we're in the works of that one too. We're
Nasty time, Mr. Nasty, nasty time.
I, I think that's one of your favorites we've done so far.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm waiting for them to send it to us so we could upload it and show people, man. That was a good one. That was a good one. I like that
Yeah.
one.
Shout out to Angel and Dominique. Dominatrix is the name of the podcast. It's
Yeah.
a sex podcast. So it was
Mhm.
very interesting. We were their guests, and it was very interesting. Very well done though. So
Yeah. And I was surprised they had me on it since I've only had sex 3 times. For my 3 kids. I'm just,
yeah, can I can edit that crap out, but I'm not. I'm gonna let that ride. Lies, lies.
lies, lies. Oh yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Okay. But yeah, we gonna do some stuff, man. We got it cranking, man. We gonna get some good episodes coming up for y'all.
Hmm.
I think we've produced and released 25, 26 episodes so far.
Yes,
So
sir. Yes, sir. And we passed the 1,000 mark. We're really close to the 2,000, I believe.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and and that's just us doing a little promoting that we're doing. Just wait.
yeah. It's just grassroots.
Mhm.
So yeah. And if y'all watching, y'all notice I'm going without my hat now. Even though I need a shave right now, I should have had a cap on today, but I feel like I'm in a second season, so I'm going without a cap now. So
Oh yeah, and as you can see, I still got all of mine, but I got all of this too. So we're gonna have a weight loss episode. We may have to have a weight loss challenge for Frank the Tank, because Frank don't want to be a Hummer. Frank want to be a little Honda Pilot or something. I'm tired. I'm tired of being a Hummer. Shit.
that's Big Frank the Tank for you guys listening at home.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, but we sure thank y'all for watching today, man. Much love and much peace. Good look. Expect some great things from Kings to Move On podcast. And until next time, baby, love, peace, and hair grease.
Peace out.
If you enjoyed that episode, don't forget to subscribe and like us on our YouTube channel and rate and follow us on your favorite podcast platform.